Hello, everybody. I hope you had a nice Christmas yesterday. I'm Tom Rouse. This is a bonus episode of Absolute Scenes. I'm joined, as always, by Billy Roach, gleaming. Have you had a nice Christmas?
Very, very good, especially after, what's about to potentially. I've enjoyed the quiz.
Yeah,
And enjoyed my Christmas dinner. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I'm obviously preempting this because we have recorded this
yeah.
before Christmas. But yeah, I'm fairly confident it's going to be a good one. All of us are here. It's safe
Mm.
in the current circumstances and stuff, and I'm sure it's similar to you. Obviously, I think it's just the two of you, isn't it? And the two
Well,
cats.
yes, there's
Uh,
all four of us here. Although we may have had our dinner outside at Alice's parents' house. I mean, that is. I can't quite remember now after what happened yesterday. We'll have to wait and see. But yes,
Depending on
I'm
the
sure.
weather.
Yeah, depend. Oh yeah, well yes, certainly yes. But yeah, so the whole point of us doing this little bonus episode was because I know from the last two Christmases that I've had alone in a house that sometimes it can be a little bit boring or a little bit difficult sometimes, and that's amplified this time because there's so many more people having Christmases alone, perhaps for the first time, or perhaps you're stuck somewhere where you don't really want to be. And I thought that we'd try and put together a little quiz. So we've asked he's becoming a semi-regular character now, Harry
Yeah.
Mansell. He's written a quiz very kindly for us, and he's presented it for us as well. And we've just finished recording it, so you can play along at home as well. Let us know if you are better or worse than us at the quiz, and
Yeah.
hopefully just keeps you entertained for the next
Uh,
45
we
minutes or
should
so.
point out. We should point out because I know Harry didn't mention it, but there's 4 rounds of 4 questions, so it's not a
Mm.
long quiz. If you're listening to this thinking, "Oh my god, it's going to be one of these boring," it is literally quick fire. It
Yeah,
is. It's not a long episode. So yeah, just get a pen and paper and play along.
yeah,
There are some hilarious answers in there, so it is quite good.
yeah. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you have a nice Christmas. If you're alone, uh, get in touch with us. We'll talk to you, no doubt. Billy, you nearly had a Christmas by yourself this year, didn't you? But have you ever experienced a Christmas all alone? I suppose you might have done in the jungle or something.
No, no. When we were last, so when I was traveling, fortunately, the group of mates that I'd made at the time, we all had made the decision. Right, it's coming up to Christmas. We're going to stay. Like the group of, we were all in the same
Mm,
town. I was doing Spanish lessons at the time. So yeah, it was pretty. It was unique. Don't get me wrong, and it was different being away. It was the first time I'd spent it without away from my family, if that makes sense. I hadn't
mm,
spent a Christmas away from my family up until that point.
yeah.
So that was quite strange. But no, yeah, I haven't had to go through what you've had to go through yet of being locked in a room on your own. I know
Well,
Alice tends to do that on a regular basis now as well.
yeah, I haven't actually got through this Christmas yet. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. But what I will say is, from living alone at Christmas, and you spend all day with your parents or something, and all day you'd be desperate to get back home to your own home and be just away from everybody. But then as soon as you got home, you'd be then really sad that you were not around people again. So I imagine that's the same, or it might be a little bit hard for people this year, but at least you can pretend that Zoom's not working and you can just log off if you get sick of
Yeah,
them. But yeah, it's going to be different for everybody this year. And hopefully we can play a tiny part in somebody's Christmas, Billy. That would be nice, wouldn't
yeah,
it? So we won't ramble for much longer. We'll let you enjoy the Absolute Scenes end of year quiz.
Yeah, you've got to click.
Okay, I have pressed record now, Harry. If you wouldn't mind, stop talking. Welcome.
You might
Don't
be
worry.
huge delay.
I'll just wait. Shall I? Hello and welcome to the Christmas quiz special of Absolute Scenes. It's me and Billy as normal, but we're very, very grateful to our special host for this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon, depending on when and where you're listening. Harry Mansell has come on to write and to ask the questions. Harry, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you.
Very well. Thank you for letting me host this magical quiz.
Is that a little bit of a hint as to what's to come?
Yes, it is. And just to point out, there is a huge delay. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is.
Yeah, Harry's in a war zone, and we're struggling to get through to him at the minute.
I mean, Harry, this is a repeated occurrence with me having to communicate with Tom. There's always been a massive delay, and our technical capabilities, as we've already found out with you, trying to log on to Zoom, having to send a carrier pigeon to send us the code and stuff. So yeah, we'll battle through, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no fastest finger first questions, otherwise I will definitely be losing. But let's get straight to it then. Harry, round number 1, what have we got?
Yeah, so round 1 is just general sport. 4 questions, both of you are going to answer each. You're going to write them down, and at the end of the round, you will see how you do. I'll reveal the answers, and we'll see who wins the first round. So, are you ready for question 1?
Play along at home if you wish. See if you can beat us.
Right. Question 1. Who became the first man to run the first sub-4-minute mile in 1952? Okay. Write them down. Think carefully.
Has been mentioned on the podcast before.
It has. I would like to point out as well, I did try and make the early questions in each round a bit and then a bit harder as they go on, but you can be the judge of that.
Okay.
Ready for question 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darts legend Phil the Power Taylor lost his last ever darts game 7-2 at the 2018 World Darts Championship. But who beat him?
Fun fact, I watched this on an iPad in the bath. But I can't remember who.
That does not seem safe.
I can tell you that I can tell you the last person he lost. The last person he beat. I know that.
It's your friend, isn't it?
Yeah,
I remember you mentioning that in the podcast.
Mm. Oh God!
You ready for question 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-1 in the first FA Cup final at the Millennium Stadium. They also won the League Cup a few months later, but who against?
Great question.
Did you say that again? You broke up.
Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-1 in the first FA Cup final at the Millennium Stadium in 2001 it was. They also won the League Cup a few months earlier, but who was it against?
Great question. That was the first final at the Millennium, wasn't it? That game.
Yeah. Ready for question 4?
I am.
Yeah.
Who beat Muhammad Ali in his last ever fight as a professional boxer on the 12th of the 11th, 1981?
Very difficult. 2 very tricky questions. I think I've only got 2 correct.
I did say they do get harder, the questions, as we go on.
Billy just searching Google there.
Yeah,
Before
search it. Just making sure I've spelt Mohammed right.
Right. Are you ready for the answers
we go
then,
back
Billy?
through those then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so question 1 was, who became the first man to run a sub-4-minute mile in 52? The answer, of course, was Roger Bannister. Did you get that right?
I did get Roger Bannister.
Well done. I'll tell you what, for the next one, we'll let you 2 read out your answers before I reveal it.
Okay.
Question 2 was, darts legend Phil the Power Taylor lost his last ever darts game 7-2 at the World Championships in 2018. Who beat him? Tom, who did you say?
I think it was a Scottish bloke. That's all I can remember. And I've written McDonald.
Billy?
Gary Anderson.
You're both wrong. It was Rob Cross.
Oh, of course.
Is he at least Scottish?
No, he's English.
He's English.
Oh, just.
It was. I did.
So question 3 was,
Go on.
Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-1 in the first FA Cup final at the Millennium Stadium. They also won the League Cup a few months earlier. But who was it against? And it was actually on penalties. So, Tom, what did you say?
Birmingham City.
Billy?
Same.
Yeah, both correct. It was Birmingham City. Maybe that one was too easy.
I thought that I didn't know that Billy would get that because I thought it was more of like a local thing. I thought that me and you would remember it, Harry, but not so much Billy.
Well, it was in Wales, so it was massive.
Okay. All right, I'll let you off then.
Question 4. Who beat Muhammad Ali in his last ever fight on the 12th of the 11th, 1981? Tom?
Well, I've written 2 down because I know that he had 2 famous fights, but I've crossed one. My original answer was Sonny Liston, but I've crossed that out and I've gone for George Foreman.
Billy?
I had no idea. I put Chris Eubank.
Both wrong. It was famously Trevor Berbick because Mike Tyson went on to beat him when he was 20 years of age, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion of the world.
So I had Mike Tyson written down because I had thought it's got to be something to do with Tyson. So at least I had some tentative link. I had crossed him out because I was like, no, it's not going to be Tyson because that'd have been a massive, huge fight and stuff, and it'd be brought up every time.
Muhammad Ali famously walked into the ring and whispered into Mike Tyson's ear, "Beat him up for me, champ," or something like that, just before Mike Tyson knocked him out.
Yeah.
Right, it's 2-2 after round 1. Are you ready for round 2?
I am.
I'm judging this delay really well. I'm a pro at this. I'm waiting for you two to speak and everything.
I think it's getting worse.
Round
and worse,
2 then
but
is a
we'll
Christmas
see.
round. It's a Christmas round, this one. So very on point. So question 1. Rocking Around a Christmas Tree, released in 1958, was sung by which artist?
Jesus Christ. This might be the only episode that we ever have.
Ready for question 2?
Yeah.
If you are born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign?
Oh, God.
I
know that this is around Christmas. I know it's in December, but I don't think it's the Christmas one.
Question 3. Who was Christmas number 1 in 2019?
Oh, my God. Did you see that there's a song that's been released in the last couple of days that might get to number 1 called Boris is an effing C?
Oh my God. No.
I haven't heard it, but I imagine it's catchy.
Question number 4. What American city was famous? Oh, hold on. I've wrote this down so bad. Let me reread this. What American city was famous Christmas film Die Hard set in?
Oh, this was mentioned. You mentioned this last week, Billy. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to have a guess.
You all locked in for the 4 questions?
Yes. I've had an absolute stinker.
Right, let's reveal the answers. Question 1 was Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, released in 1958, was sung by which artist? Tom, what did you say?
Bill Haley and the Comets.
Billy?
I had Shakin' Stevens.
You're both wrong.
That is even worse than my guess.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee.
Sister, of course, to Dairy Lee.
Right, number 2. If you are born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign? Tom, what did you go for?
Sagittarius, but I think it's wrong.
I think it's Capricorn.
Correct, Billy's correct.
No.
Capricorn is the right answer.
Because
He takes the lead.
I'm the 26th of January, and I couldn't remember how long I was in it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So, because I think I'm Aquarius, I'm the next one on. So, yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 was who was Christmas number 1 in 2019? Tom?
I know this person was number 1 at some point in the last 5 years, but I don't know if it was last year. I went for Lad Baby.
Billy.
Yeah, it's Lad Baby. I brought this up last week on the podcast.
Is it? It is Lad
Yeah.
Baby.
Lad
I love
Baby.
sausage rolls.
I love sausage rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're on the line to do it again this year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
I think they're the only artists to ever have it back to back, and they're going to be the first, obviously, to get it this year. 3 years in a row.
That's mental.
Which, unless Tom's obviously bold prediction of Boris Johnson is an effing C, knocks them off the perch. Yeah, that would be quite something.
Yeah.
Number 4. What American city was famous Christmas film Die Hard set in, Tom?
This was a complete guess. I've never seen it. But I've put Philadelphia.
You've never seen Die Hard? Hold on.
Well, we've discussed this over the last couple of weeks. I've barely seen any films, but I can break the news. This is probably going to be all out of sync. We'll probably talk about it on the podcast that's going to come out 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But I saw for the first time Fight Club on Saturday. It's taken me
my God.
30 years to watch that.
Yeah, mate. Harry, you don't understand how frustrated it is. This is how we started with the film. At the start of the year, we were obviously doing the film club sort of thing. And I was like, right, at least I can get Tom to watch some films which are considered classics. But Die Hard, Tom, just shameful. And obviously, we can't talk about.
You hadn't seen Mike Bassett. Which one of you was that?
I've
definitely seen that. Yeah, I think
I've seen it.
Must have been a
Have you both
different
seen
podcast.
it? Okay, I thought I heard that somewhere. Sorry, Billy, what did you say? What city? Tom said Philadelphia.
LA.
Billy's correct there. It is Los Angeles.
Billy's
flown into the lead here.
That's my favorite. One of my
Billy
that's
2 rounds.
That's one of my favorite films of all time. So I was having a blind panic going, is it LA or is it, because he goes from, is it from New York to LA? I know he goes across.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which way round it was. So I was like, shit, which one is it? So yeah.
Yep. So 5-3 after 2 rounds. Round 3 is actually Billy's specialist subject, which is WWE.
I would like to point out, I picked this purely to see how useless we will both be at this. I have some knowledge of this.
I'll tell you what.
This is going to be brilliant, I think.
I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed going down memory lane researching this one because when I was a kid in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was up with wrestling, like the Attitude Era, but I lost a bit of passion after that. But I enjoyed this.
Tom, do you want to just tell us your 4 answers now? Because you've already said to me off air what your 4 answers are.
Yeah, so I'm going to put The Rock for all 4 answers. I might mix it up and put Rikishi as well because he's another one that I know.
Right, question 1. Talking of The Rock won the 2000 Royal Rumble, but who did he eliminate to win the Royal Rumble that year? Which wrestler did he eliminate?
It was the other one that I know.
At the very end.
Did you know the answer to that question, Harry, before researching it, or did you have to look it up?
Yeah. That's probably like 2000 was like my peak years of like in wrestling. The Rock was my hero, so I had that on VHS. That Royal Rumble, I used to watch it all the time. Question 2: what year did the WWF change to the WWE because they had a bloody conflict with the wildlife thing?
Bloody animals, eh? That is a question I could answer. The Rock.
Question 3. What is the real name of the man who plays the Undertaker? The bloke who plays him, the real life person.
Tom's put The Rock.
Question 4. Triple H is short for what? So it's obviously 3 H's his name. So like, for example, let me just not. Yeah. So, like Harry, Harvey, Elliot or something. It's like a triple barrel name. It's none of those. I just gave examples for.
Spoiler alert, I've already written Triple H as one of the answers, and I thought his name was Triple H. I didn't know that it was HHH. So I'm just gonna remove that answer because I don't think that will come up again. Okay.
Brilliant. Right, ready to go back through? Yeah.
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 Question 1 was The Rock won the 2000 Royal Rumble, but who did he eliminate to win it at the end? What did you say, Tom?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Billy?
I put The Undertaker.
Oh, you're both wrong. It was actually The Big Show because
Oh.
controversially, he flicked him over the rope, but The Rock's both feet touched the floor. But as we know with WWE, it's scripted. That was not meant to happen, but they turned a blind eye to that, and The Rock did actually win, but he shouldn't have. Yeah. I remember the controversy from when I was about 7. Question 2.
Talk of the playground.
Hang on, Harry. Before
Yeah.
before we go on, who did you out of those two? Who were you rooting for? Can you remember?
Oh, the Rock was my hero when I was watching wrestling. Yeah. So question 2: What year did the WWF change to WWE? You need the exact year.
I said 2001.
I said 1998.
Billy?
1998.
Oh, both wrong. Tom was close. It was 2002.
Oh, I knew that it happened when I was in year 6, which was 2001, 2002. But
yeah, that was kind of when I stopped watching when that happened. I remember when
I don't know.
WCW got involved. Yeah, I just stopped then. What is the real name of the man who plays the Undertaker? That's a tough one, I thought. Tom?
no idea. So I wrote down Stephen Morris.
Billy?
Mark Calloway.
Wow, fair play, Billy, for knowing that. I didn't know that. I had to Google that. Fair play. It is Mark Calloway, yeah.
I only know because he was my mate who got me into it. He was his favorite wrestler. So I literally at the age of like 4, I was bombarded with all this information with the Undertaker.
Question 4: Triple H is short for what? Tom, this will be funny.
Harold Howard Hughes.
Billy.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Wow, Billy's flying. This was his specialist subject, to be fair.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I'm going to need this lead
Well
for when we get to cricket because I can tell you now I'm going to get 0 on that.
I don't know. I reckon
So
I'll make
after those 3
rounds.
rounds, it's 7-3. Wow, you need a big round here, Tom. You need a big round.
4-goal swing.
Ben Stokes, 4 answers now.
Yes, exactly.
So round number 4, question 1, the cricket round. Who is the current highest T20 batsman?
But by what measure? You mean the ICC in the ICC rankings?
Right, it's T20 batsman by Bailey's giving me this one, so blame him if there's any problems with this question.
Oh god, it's such a difficult question. Oh no, it's I know who it is. Yeah, okay, I've got it. Okay.
Question 2. Which former England cricketer went on to manage his local football team?
Oh my god. Oh, I've got that one as well. God, I am clever.
Number 3. Which cricketer avoided losing his licence for drink driving after claiming he was saving his cat?
Okay. I don't know the answer.
Question 4. The 11th of May 2006, Monty Panesar made his maiden test app at Lords for England, but who against? So, like, basically his debut, I guess that means.
Yeah.
Okay, and
wow, there's a huge delay on this. I didn't realise it'd be this big. You all locked in?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm just writing down. I'm just making an answer up for question 2.
Who is the current highest T20 batsman by rating? Tom, let us know.
So I believe it's Dawid Malan.
Billy?
No, I didn't have that. I had Tendulkar.
Tendulkar.
That's the only name I can remember because I was like, it's not Stokes. So I'll just put this one down.
It is the one Tom said. I can't pronounce it. Dawid Malan, is it?
Dawid Malan.
Well done, Tom. Bailey's thought you might struggle with that one, but you didn't.
I did. I actually wrote Bairstow down first, but I did get it.
So this next question, which former England cricketer went on to manage his local football team, Tom?
I think it's Steve Harmison.
Billy?
I just want to put Jimmy Anderson because I think that would be hilarious. Him just going to manage
Managing
Burnley.
So it is Steve Harmison, and a fun fact: he lives near my dad. My dad lives in Ashington. He managed Ashington
Yeah.
Football Club, and I was next to him having a beer, and I had no idea who he is because I hate cricket, but I'm told he was quite a good cricketer.
Yes, Harry. Yes,
He was the best bowler in the world for a short time.
He's got a nice house, Tom. I walked past his house. Nice big gates at the front.
Imagine he has.
Right, question 3 was, which cricketer avoided losing his licence for drink driving after claiming he... Tom.
A complete guess, but it's within his character. I've gone for Phil Tufnell.
Billy?
I've gone Peterson.
It was Graham Swan.
Oh,
That's who I was trying to think of for question 2. I was like, oh, well, maybe this guy did.
that's
I
me
can't
out of
remember
the
his
quiz.
Number 4. 11th of May 2006, Monty Panesar made his maiden test appearance or debut, whatever you want to call it, at Lord's for England. But who against, Tom?
I'm starting to doubt myself now, but I think I'm right. Sri Lanka.
Billy?
Australia.
It was Sri Lanka, Tom. So a big clawback this round, as expected. 1, 2, 3.
Do you know how I know that question? The answer to that question is because the next week I was on work experience at Edgbaston Cricket Ground, and it was the second test, and I was on the ground staff for that test match. There you go. Fun fact, everybody.
Wow.
More to follow.
Tom's fact of the week.
I did put down a tiebreaker, but after those 4 rounds, we do have a winner.
Oh,
Do you want
And
to
it is
just...
Billy by
who is
7
it?
points to 6.
Oh, at least I made it look respectable at the end. Well
Yeah.
done, Billy.
Harry, seeing as you prepared it, do you want to ask your tiebreaker just for
The
shits and giggles?
tiebreaker. So this was a very rushed one because obviously I explained before we come on that my tiebreaker you'd already discussed Mariah Carey, but it was according to tradition. When should you take down your Christmas decorations? The exact
Ooh.
date. What do you guess?
Oh,
So it would have been the closest wins, would it?
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
I think I know the answer.
Have a guess. Would you want to shout out, Billy? Lock yours in, Tom.
Yes,
Oh,
I guess this... March.
Yeah, it's actually January the 5th.
Oh,
January the 5th and 1 off.
I said the 6th as well.
I suppose, yeah, because
Yeah.
it'd have been... I was just going 12 days. I was trying to work out 12 days after, but I suppose...
Christmas
you put
Day
it up.
counts as day 1, does it?
Or Christmas Eve.
Maybe. I don't know.
Christmas Eve would count as day 1, wouldn't it? I've gone from the 25th, whereas you'd obviously put it up the night before.
If you live in a Greek Orthodox country or in the east of Europe, you wouldn't be celebrating Christmas until the 7th of January anyway. That's when they
why.
celebrate it.
Fantastic.
Right,
Thanks, Harry.
well done, Billy. Thank you very much,
Billy's
Harry.
the winner.
Well done, Billy. That
No
means you
problem.
get to write the quiz next year.
There we are. Harry, we'll have you on next year then.
Hopefully, they don't as much as delay next year,
Yeah.
as in this connection.
Right, well, thank you very much, Harry. Thank you, everybody, to those of you who've listened. Hopefully, it's kept you entertained. If you're alone, perhaps on Boxing Day, we've provided some comfort for you. And enjoy the rest of your holiday period and enjoy the new year, however that might go. And we'll be back next Thursday for a normal podcast at a normal time. And hopefully, we'll have you back on again very, very soon, Harry. Check his YouTube channel out as well and the 77 Club. Anything else you want to plug, Harry?
No, that's about it, mate. Cheers.
Lovely. Thank you very much once again, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.